a difficult ask, and they're going to see how they hold up against it. The Boston Uprising are looking to play a bit of a double bubble composition. Plays a little bit differently now to what the Washington Justice are trying to output. You can see the engagement coming in from stand one as he tries to set up a bit of a play, create a bit of space for them, and they're capitalizing immediately.
This is actually really well played by Washington. When you see a team that's running the Zen Mercy backline, you need to hard engage onto that backline and really punish the Zenyatta for not having a brig with them. And this is a good follow-up as well. They immediately took out Fury. Punk's got himself into a great position with a lot of charge by applying bubbles over to stand one. As long as Punk can stay alive here and retain his charge, they're looking good. What a good beginning for the Boston Uprising. Decent job at kiting, but Stan One got his leap online at the final moment and they took down Bebe. By the way, Closer has also moved over to Brigitte here, so there is no damage boost for Jerry, no healing, no resurrect online for their backline, apart from that brig. And Closer here, there we go, he dies to I'm37. Boston Uprising are in clear control at this point.
Yeah, Decay getting picked off early as well in that team fight by M37. The character we haven't really seen Uprising. Now they're going to be playing aggressively into it. The grab is going to be committed. Counter grab comes up, but actually gets body blocked. I don't think he was expecting Stan One to jump into it. And there's no follow-up here for the Washington Justice. 98%. There is somebody on the point to try and flip this one over, but they've lost all the players necessary to compete.
Yeah, Washington are just simply going to get mopped up here. There's nothing that Decay can do. They're getting pressured down. He would have to contest Faith on the point as well. There's rally armor on everybody.
Oh my god.
And simply no impact from the Washington Justice. Bebe could never get into position.
Valentine is going to be playing the Doomfist here. Trying to punish, I guess, the Washington Justice for not running.
Oh, great engagement.
McCree, but stunned, bashed up. And actually a huge Bionade. The Washington Justice were more than ready for that kind of engagement. Been doing their prep work here.
It really felt so perfectly timed. All of that CC coming out from the Doomfist stops the Washington Justice from kiting, and it allows Stand One to get damage, to get speed boosted into them. Closer's fallen as well, though. They aren't out of the water yet.
Yeah, and Boston, it was looking okay. Mag needs to be healed up here. He's going to be backing off. You need a lot of patience and discipline to be playing this kind of double bubble composition. And Animus applied onto Mag. He's going to be leading it in. Getting a ton of work done as Stand One just gets obliterated. And eventually it will mean the potential out of these players.
Valentine now has swapped over to the May. There's the speed boost used from Faith as well. The Justice, they're backing, but Closer is stuck.
Okay, a lot of damage coming out. Kill's going to be traded. Mag just trying to make this Primal Rage to catch out a couple of these players. Look at the mechanics. Caught up into the corner here. Punk could not move anywhere. That is beautiful work. Washington holding strong.
The Justice is to continue kiting until Boston have used those important cooldowns. Hello? How does that happen? Surely some random...
Wow. That is not ideal for them. And Mag as well got chunked down as he tried to counter-engage as they were coming around the corner. Not an ideal situation for the Washington Justice. They're going to get the 70% on the board.
Tools to be able to break those open.
Jerry just trying to get the hack off here. Decay also. Oh, moving in, gets caught by the Earth Shatter. There's going to be a lot of peel attempts onto him, but look at this, the Boston Uprising capitalize. Mag and Jerry go down as that entire fight was taking place. Postwoman to the back, that was almost sickening. The sound barrier by Faith, though, is going to be keeping them all alive, so it's all for naught at the end of the day. Closer falls as well. Okay.
And they're just trying to bully the ride.
Well, Mag with the Nano Boost applied, yeah, just trying to take out Stand One. Eventually they do it. Primal Rage being used as well.
Bionade.
Going to be fading pretty soon. Bionade connects onto so many targets. The Boston Uprising chunked so low. And Washington Justice just pushing them back into the choke points once more. The damage is done. 92% though, and counting for the Boston Uprising.
To land that much damage. It does push people away though.
Pulse? Oh my god, that just chunked them all down. And there was no cooldown to try and save him. The damage is done. Jerry just cleaning them up as well from the back line. The SMG spraying them all. Only a couple of players left standing. The overtime burns, but nobody is able to touch. And Washington Justice now going to be evening up. One set the tone of what to expect from this squad. Still, Valentine is going to get caught out of position there.
He missed his blink. He ended up blinking into a wall, and Decay just batters him down from behind.
From back of that pick, it means that no one's really going to be keeping too many players in check. Jerry in particular, I mean, he has a lot of free reign when there's no more Tracer to try and, like, okay, threaten the... He's the kind of player that really wants to take a lot of the responsibility of the team on his shoulders. But you got to play together sometimes. Bebe takes out stand 1 though, so it's not the end of the world for them. Washington's still going to continue to fight this one, and this is where the fight starts to get a little bit scrappy. Coming out on top for the time being though, the Discord orbs are being applied. No one's taking care of Bebe. Great accretion. She's going to be slotting it in. And the Washington Justice holding on.
Fury doing so much work in that fight as well.
Gravitic Flux now being used by the Washington Justice. Transcendence are counteracted here. Boston want to be using this advantage to try and potentially get a pick, but it's going to be the later Transcendence coming out again. And nobody touched.
When an opponent makes a mistake, you have to be ready to punish it instantly. And that's what Boston have done here, and they're trying to continue to turn the screws. Really nice stuff here from the Boston Uprising.
Punk, the nano boost applied to him. He's got 85 charge. Can't really play off the back of it too much. Might be able to beam them down though. Come close to maybe building up that grab, but backs off eventually. Nano boost having the armor packs, and the rally has been built up. Bob sent off the map. I don't know if that was intentional. Most likely not. Still, the grab in close quarters. Big Bionade and nano boost applied. The turnaround. Punk finding so much damage now with the extra nano boost applied on top of him. Decay finding Punk though. Stand 1 out of position, but he does have the bubble, and now he's going to be diving back, and he realizes, okay, we can catch Jerry here. We can stop them right before they get even started in a foothold. Wonderful.
They need to try and push him away from that position. They can force him to recall or blink away. That'll open up space. Justice, they popped out the rally, but Mag falls immediately. Flashbang by M37.
Mag going down. You don't have that main tank to create space for you. M37 pushed off, but the Washington Justice eventually breaking through. It's looking tight as well. They didn't have much time to work with, but they just about managed to make it work in the end.
Going to give it to them for free, I don't think. Looks like there's going to be a recontest here. Stand 1 up over the top. He nearly has Primal as well. If they can get the nano on him, Stand 1 needs to be saved. He can't be.
Okay. A little bit dangerous there, yeah. And I mean, a cutesy attempt as well by Boston. Only the very best teams really try and press every advantage they can find. That reasoning all over the place. Jerry with the nano boost on applied to him, falling so low here. He's being battered by Stand 1, but will be kept alive. Thanks to the nano boost again. Myungbong though trading one out. And Fury, he's all charged up here. Perfectly applied bubble now as he's trying to save his backline. Faith eventually beams down, not able to stand up to it. The Deadeye comes through, but blocked up by the bubble. Still Boston finding opportunities as the players are spawning back into this fight, Josh. And it was looking great for Washington. They got 80. Punk is very close to building it. He's got it. Now the engage goes through once again, comes through. Punk actually going to be jumping over to the other side of things with the right click. Catches the grab onto 1, but only the 1 target. Bebe falls. And while that was going on, the Washington Justice, they jump into the backline, and Mag is getting so much work done. Look at the work! He's absurd!
Oh my god, that's 4 kills for Mag so far in this fight. He turned that from an unwinnable situation into a dominant one for the Washington Justice. Solo diving the backline, he takes out both of them. Then I'm37 comes back in to finish off another player. Just take control of important positions again with this double bubble composition. They are controlling the map, and again, not opting into the mirror.
That's wonderful play from the back line there. You can see that Mag was going for a play, but taken out, and now the nano boost applied to Stand 1. The choke point's just getting completely locked up. Fury left standing is going to get the mega health back. He actually took out I'm37. Accretion? My god.
Wait, he takes down Valentine as well?
What? No way is he staying alive here. That is absurd. Wait. I mean, he gets taken down eventually.
Wait, but he's just saved the entire team fight for his team. Because
might be enough to stop them. The rally's going to be used now by Faith. The team wants the extra health to try and work with Grenade Flux, catching everybody. Pulse Bomb leading into it. It sets up Decay perfectly for the 2-piece. And the Transcendence, Bebe just backing off as well, putting in that consistent damage. Still taken out in the end, as he was caught out of position. Decay's trying to still make it work for his team. Just putting in that damage, trying to get the kill onto Faith. Eventually he's going to get it. And Jerry, they bought enough time for him to get back into the action. Bob laid down. The damage is done. Boston have to go back to the draw. Corralled again into the Mega Health Pack room. A reminder, the Boston Uprising, they still have players behind them into this point. They just can't quite take care of them. Still, Jerry falls. The flashbang of I'm37 as he works his way around the flank. The sleep down onto Decay as well. Locks them up long enough for them to capitalize. But Washington want to keep fighting it, Josh.
They do, but it is game over at this point. With 19 seconds on the clock, Boston are going to wrap it up. On the back of some big plays from Yunbong and I'm 37 as well. What is going on here?
This is a logic puzzle that you're never going to see in Overwatch, really. Like, what you do in this scenario, Fury's just trying to build up his mech in the back line of the enemy team, the Transcenders to keep them alive. Washington Justice just trying to hold on here while they're buying time for Fury. Now, Fury's back in the fight, but he's been chunked down heavily still. Decay is the one to step up. As Punk will go down, the fight isn't over yet. Fury gets taken out there, buying enough time for them, but eventually as Valentine goes
coming out from Faith and I'm 37 when he tries to disrupt.
A lot of damage onto Valentine, the recall forced out as well. And as that was going on, Stan1 was trying to create a bit of space. He's going to get taken out as well. Still, look at that, the stick! Oh my goodness, I'm 37 rolled into it. Special delivery to the rest of the team. Straight to Boston.
Decay's brain works on a higher weight.
We've seen him single-handedly win games sometimes, so not surprised. Now,
they have Nano and Grab here, Boston. I'm expecting those to be comboed
used.
together. Here it comes.
Valentine in the right place at the right time. The post bomb laid down, 4 kills. Surely that's going to be enough. A last-ditch effort now from the Washington Justice. As you can see, Mag just trying to buy as much time as humanly possible. Fury going to be just about contesting as well, but he's going to get taken out very quickly. Now the stall comes out. Washington trying to make it work. Nice sleep dart. You can see Closer's got to stay alive here as he's being pressured by so many elements now of the Boston Uprising. And as that was going on, the team is happy to clean up. Bebe eventually falls as well, tracked out of the sky, and they're going to cap it up with time.
Not bad in the slightest there from Boston. They are really...
Jerry again on this high ground. Last time we saw that was a bit of a weak point for them. Stan1 this time going to be prioritizing the high ground again. Oversteps himself actually a little bit. That's a rare mistake.
What a pile drive. Mag bionated. Can they stop him from getting punished here? Yes. And everybody else on the Boston Uprising who tried to chase that kill on the little hamster gets crushed beneath the boot of the Washington Justice.
15 seconds left now for Boston on the attack. It takes a long time to try and set up the team fights when you're playing these double bubble comps.
Oh yeah.
It really does.
That's why, look at Punk, he goes over himself to Wrecking Ball, and Stan1, he's just got to go in.
The Creation, I believe, connected onto Punk there, so it stopped him from trying to connect onto the point, and that is going to be it. Map away. Boston going to be fighting for this draw.
So
engage.
Mag is jumping up there to try and put his bubble in the way to block LOS from Myunbong onto Stan1 so that they can punish the Winston, and they do manage to get it. Mag only just managed to block a little bit, and they forced Stan1 to jump away, and now Washington have just got it all. With the main tank down, there's nothing Boston can do.
Yep. It's almost like a game of chess. You can see Faith couldn't do much there, but hold the shield, and it's not going to be enough here.
In the corner and look for an engage, and that's why Boston go aggressive themselves.
They haven't found a kill quite yet, but they are going to get it just about the tail end. Decay falls. They give up a jump into the back line. Yeah, they've given up a lot of space now, and look at this, the positioning is rotated around. Was it worth it for that kill onto Decay? They're going to try and capitalize by converting it into another one. Potentially, Bebe does go down in the end as the Amp Matrix is dropped. And Boston in a comfortable position. The rotations around helping them in that sense. Closer eventually going down as well. But Justice just, okay, they're going to take this fight all the way to the brink. And now they're going to be re-pushing with ultimates to work with here.
All of which are really good. Here we go, Assassin moving forwards. A punch again from Valentine. Just pushes him backwards and makes that duplicate pretty much useless.
Yeah, holding the shield for it just to protect this team. Dragon Strike from the side. It's going to split the positioning. Stan1 being caught out, but his team's ready to help him here. Self-destruct is beautiful from Punk. Assassin gets taken out immediately. They want to try and capitalize and at least punish Valentine, but he ends up using the Meteor Strike, and now with the sound barrier as well. Boston are in prime position to take this fight even further. Quite far back into the choke point. They're willing to accept a lot of this aggression that's coming through now into the backline. The Deadeye, look at this. Trying to make it happen. Primal Rage as well. He hasn't been taken out of Deadeye. I'm 37 just holds it, and eventually brings him down. The shots are coming off. The duplicate comes through as Assassin. He's going to try and clutch it up now onto the Doomfist. It's not going to be enough though. Builds up the Meteor Strike quickly, and it is quite enough. Still, With the Amp Matrix down, eventually going to be forcing them through. The Dragon Strike Decay, surely not. He might just be turning this now with the help of the rest of his team. The pin comes through from downtown. Stan1 takes him out, but it's not enough. The Washington Justice just about squeaking it out. And look at that, checkpoint A going their way. Ults now, Boston Uprising going to be taking it aggressively. The Immortality Field was laid down earlier, but they have the soundbar of that health advantage now. Moving into this one, oh my goodness, the Meteor Strike from the high ground. Almost taken out Decay, but eventually he will fall. Justice like, all right, okay, we'll give you a freebie at the end of the day.
Which is so good at shutting down Valentine. There's a Bionade, so Valentine has to back.
Oh, I'm 37 is caught. Oh, the Amp Matrix as well. That is so much damage on top of the Deadeye, and look at that. I'm 37, only 38 health, but it does not matter. Able to clean up this fight with the help of the rest of the Boston Uprising. And Justice, are they going to be making
him above it and take him out? Do they have the time? Can they touch the payload and win the team fight? They need to touch the payload.
Someone just about gets onto it. The grab is going to connect. Immortality Field laid down with a bunch of ultimates. And Decay is going to get 2. But now they're playing into this Amp Matrix in close quarters. Boston looking to try and turn this one. It's so dangerous to play into this one because I'm 37 is making full advantage of it. The Amplification Matrix gives him all the damage he needs. The Deadeye on top. I don't believe what I'm witnessing. Ridiculous performances from him in the streets. And there you go. Holy smokes.
Redemption.
This is such a dangerous 1v1 to try and take. Yeah, controlling this flank is so important. And now the brawl takes place as the tank lines are going to just mash into one another. I'm 37 bringing down Decay. That's created an opening in the back line. Washington have to try and close out this fight quickly, but they're finding it hard to do.
They are. Bebe's towards the back, though, continuing to apply damage. And the Boston Uprising, they had an opportunity there. The control of Hotel went the way of I'm 37. That's going to be crucial for them. 1.5 off the clock already.
Oh, and that comes down early. Yep. 1 arrow, that's all it takes, and Valentine is gone straight through that window. And it's a bit of mistiming there.
Brent, I hate to bring this up so early on, but so far the story of this match has been Boston are playing Justice close, but not close enough. High ground. Oh. Here we go. Hotel completely secured. They push them back towards Arch, and here we go. Boston Uprising are going to engage.
Yep, they found an opportunity here. The Blizzard comes down, the Earth Shatter. Mag, I believe he caught it onto the only targets that mattered. The tank line is not going to be able to compete. And they're able to just connect up these kills. Valentine has to use the Meteor Strike. I don't know if that's wise.
You just missed the punch onto Mag.
Yeah, Mag gets pushed out into the side. They're not able to get the kill onto him, though. And I'm 37 off onto the side. He's brought down Decay once again. This extra damage off into the flank, the extra pressure has split the attention, but Fury is trying to clutch this up for his team still. Is it going to be enough? Mag falls, and Punk is still perfectly healthy to take this fight further forward. Eventually it's enough. Boston Uprising
have 20 seconds. Breaking through that is huge for the Boston Uprising. This next team fight could decide it all as well. Look at that main wall. Almost caught Stan1, but not quite.
It's split the positioning. Mag's out of position. He's been called into the corridor, but look at this, the bait and switch. The gravitic flux comes up, sends it back down again. Stan1 so low. The Immortality Field keeping him alive. Just trying to stay alive for as long as possible, but Fury caught out of position. There's not a lot he can do. The peel comes through as Closer tries to help him out. The boop away, just backing off, searching desperately for a pick. Gravitic Flux now comes out into the Gravitic Flux to push them off of the cart. Bebe falls in the end. Boston so close to doing it. The Rock connects Closer, trying to contest, but it's not enough. And the Boston team's just trying to take as many team fights as possible, and that means you're fighting right at the spawn door.
Wow, and Valentine immediately makes himself known there. Destruction of Mag. That's huge. Weird to have Decay on Hangzhou, actually. When you're trying to hold close to the spawn door like this, normally you would want a McCree, something that can brawl really close range. They're playing with a Sigma and a Hangzhou, which is much more of a slow-paced version of this composition. So, bullied by the CC from Valentine, and I'm 37.
Stan1 already building up this Earth Shadow! Oh my goodness! Connects it onto a couple of targets, but that's all you need when you got the Amplification Matrix behind you. Finds them quite easily, and Josh, dare I say, so far over the course of this series, it's looking like the Washington Justice, at least when it comes to try and take this high ground away. Obviously, Washington not going to want to give this up. They're going to be fighting over this control early.
Oh, that Diva Bomb in the backline from Fury. It forced the hand of the Boston Uprising. They had to go more quickly, and they kind of messed it up. Valentine is the last hope, I think, here of Boston Uprising saving stuff. 937 still finds a pick, though, in the backline of Valentine. He's still getting work done. Maybe an assassin fall in a situation where the Justice should have been favored.
Yeah, and they were just ignoring Punk that entire time. However, they're waiting for the perfect opportunity. Boston leading it in, though. Deadeye is going to be used to create a bit of space. The Ice Wall eventually is going to drop down. Still holding it. The Earth Shatter comes through the side, not finding anything. Dragon Strike from Decay to try and split the positioning, but not good enough here, Josh.
Really well played again from Boston. I just kind of want to walk you through those two little team fights. They tried to engage there, and they got pushed back by Assassin's Blizzard, and Boston showed...
Yeah, Meteor Strike's going to be used. Sound Barrier traded by both the teams to keep them into the fight and to match pound for pound. You can see Valentine just trying to create as much pressure as possible, but eventually he will be taken down, and as the Self-Destruct is sent in, again, Boston Uprising can't really be fighting into them still. Swinging away, stand one, falling very, very low here. Has to be careful, eventually will go down in the end as well, as Mag just sends the Fire Strike whipping his way. And Washington,
they kind of caught Fury.
Yeah, so much being committed into this, but no one's really died for it. They only got the Immortality Field. It's Fury who's the one who goes down here. Now I'm going to be running straight into them. Gravitic Flux is going to be used, but I believe maybe cancelled out there. Yeah, Punk gets frozen by Assassin's Blizzard. Not able to do anything here. It's so scrappy. The Washington Justice are split all over the place, but Boston have got the damage advantage. And 37 works himself into a favorable position.
I did not expect Washington to play that aggressively on the defense, and it really hurt them there as well. Bebe at 82% is just trying to send heals towards anybody who's fighting this out. Mag punched up again, the CC just devastating for this Reinhardt player to play into. Imagine how awkward it feels getting punched constantly, flashed constantly, and still trying to...
Matrix again to lead in the fight, and they've caught Stand 1 out of position. No main tank means it's going to be a freebie, and look at Mag go. The charge catching onto M37, sending him over the edge of the map. Holding at the spawn doors here with 45
of this position and use that extra health. And they've also got the Dragon Strike. It gets used. How has Myungbok got this backline position as well? He snuck all the way around the side, but it's not going to be able to do anything for them. 20 seconds left, and Justice are in massive control. They used both of those big ultimates.
Yeah. A little flank attempt, not really working. Self-Destruct comes over. Soundbar is going to be used, but Valentine caught out of position, blown up by it. I believe that was the boop as well, coming out from closer. The Earth Shatter by Mag into the backline. He's so weak. Is there any damage to try and take down Stand 1? Indeed there is. The team follows up off the back of it. The overtime will strike here. Boston Uprising just chucking the bodies at it just to barely keep it going, but it's probably not going to be enough. Caught just outside of the spawn doors. Justice will hold on. Yeah, and Mag's desperate to hold up his shield here. He's just getting battered around endlessly and swinging through. Once the main tank's down, Stand 1 just gets free reign to swing through them, already building up this Earth Shatter. A really good teamfight win here for Boston. Not
ultimate to try and slow them down. This is buying time for Valentine to get back in, and they catch Bebe as well.
Yep, they said they were winning this teamfight off the back of it, but still the damage is far too much to overcome. Gravitic Flux has to be committed for them to try and win this one out. Eventually, they're going to do it. Yeah, nice attempt from Boston. And again, they bought a lot of time, and they bought some ultimates as well. Hard Icebox used. Valentine caught out of position. He might be in trouble indeed. The headshot from Decay just about catches onto him. And now the Dragon Strike to split up the Boston Uprising. And they're going to be able to capitalize. Swinging away. Mag looking for it. But Stand 1 capitalizes as Mag moved forward. The Earth Shadow was massive. Fury trying to clutch this now. The Gravitic Flux is going to be used. And it's just about enough. 2 targets down. Not enough to clutch it, but Justice just about getting it done.
How many times, Brent, have we said Justice are kind of hanging back a little bit, waiting for
them
to get forwards?
Blizzard into the Gravitic Flux. Lock up a couple of targets, including Stand 1. He's caught out of position and brought down. What a huge opening pick now for Justice. It's going to crack open this high ground control. The sound barrier. Boston want to fight this one, and they're turning it. The kills are going their way. Valentine finding so much damage. With the help of his team, they're able to capitalize and push them off of it. Deadeye from I'm37 doesn't quite get too much done, but Boston are in a grand position now to push this one. Justice trying to turn it. The sound barrier is going to be leading him in. The Gravitic Flux as well, caught onto so many targets, and that has set them up and brought them back down again for the old 1-2 combo. Fury just about getting it done. Again, 50 seconds remain.
Building for Washington Justice.
Ooh, they caught Mag out of position, but the Dragon Strike, it's cutting them across! And Mag, what a beautiful play with the Earth Shatter to try and close out this checkpoint B. That may have just saved the entire series for them. The card's gonna roll through, and Josh, look at that check.
Still only at 85%. They're not gonna have the sound barrier for this. They're gonna need that immortality field.
Oh,
people are dropping so weak. Faith just gets it online though. Can they capitalize off the back of this sound barrier?
Comboing up the abilities, Mag with the Earth Shatter. It takes down stand one. It might just be enough. The players are so low on either side, but the Blizzard should seal it. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, the Washington Justice sailing it in, and they're going to be taking the series in a 3-1 fashion. Heartbreaking for the Boston Uprising. You could tell how much they wanted it. So close, so back and forth at every single point. My goodness, they put up a good show.